Now, let's consider the scenario. A student is diligently measuring a table's length, repeating the process 5 times. The measurements, recorded in centimeters, show slight variations. These variations are to be expected in real-world measurements. Now, let's think about the nature of these measurement errors. The problem assumes that these errors are random, meaning they don't consistently skew the results in one direction. It also assumes they follow a Gaussian distribution, which is a common and often valid assumption for random errors. The Gaussian distribution, sometimes called a normal distribution, is characterized by its bell shape. This shape implies that smaller errors are more frequent than larger errors, and errors are symmetrically distributed around the true value. The prompt asks that based on this assumption about errors, which of the subsequent statements are most likely to be true. Now, let's clarify that options is simply indicating a list of choices related to the analysis of the table measurement data. These are the statements that are being examined for correctness, which are A, B, C, and D. Here, the line describes the first option to select from, which states the best estimate of the table's length is 150.1 centimeters. Now, the line describes the second option, which is related to the standard deviation of the measurements. It claims that the standard deviation is approximately 0.25 centimeters. The standard error of the mean estimates the precision with which the sample mean represents the population mean. In this option, it's suggested that the standard error of the mean is approximately 0.11 centimeters. Assuming the measurements follow a Gaussian distribution, approximately 68% of the values are expected to fall within one standard deviation of the mean. This option suggests that, for this particular dataset, that range is approximately 149.85 centimeters to 150.35 centimeters. Now, let's consider the line lists the specific measurements obtained during the experiment, expressed in centimeters. These values are the raw data used for subsequent calculations, such as determining the best estimate, standard deviation, and standard error of the mean. Now, let's look at this line introduces the overall task or question that needs to be addressed. In this context, it involves applying statistical methods to analyze a set of measurements and draw conclusions about the length of a table, considering the inherent uncertainties in the measurement process.